Well met, lords and ladies. Jacob Buddy speaking, and welcome back to another episode of MyStreet 5 years later. 5 years later? Why not 6? Jeez, what were they thinking? Anyways, hello. Today we're looking at Come on, Aaron, make up your mind, which is why I'm doing this very specific voice that probably none of my audience are gonna get except for Ghosty in the wings right now. So why am I doing it? I don't know. Anyways, hello, Ghosty.
Oh my god. Why? Why? Really? Right in front of my potato salad?
I mean, as soon as I saw the title, Aaron, make up your mind, I instantly thought in my head, wow, geez, make up your mind. And that just went from there.
Anyway, before the stream starts and the Aphmau begins, you reviewed my script. Thank you.
I
You have
did.
given me a good suggestion. And I would also like to note, you noticed Ulrich pick up the vase before going downstairs.
I mean, it's just one of the things where it's like people tend to forget whenever when people there's like the setup of, oh, did you go and get that one thing in the attic, and then something happens. It's like, oh my goodness, there's new discovery. Oh, well, did you get that one thing? It's like, no, I forgot about it. This is much more important. So it's like, no, at least he
Meanwhile,
had.
there's Ulrich who's just in the attic with a, magic book that he's slightly freaking out about, slowly reaching over to the vase.
Yeah, it's like,
This magic book is important, but I don't know this vase though.
yeah, he just goes like, it's like, oh my goodness, this contains so many important secrets. I mean, I'm so happy about this. Okay, all right. Oh, this is one. Yeah. All right. Whoa, monsters. uh
I also like how you pointed out a grammatical error. I'll sift the book. I'll sift the book.
did you did you like my voice for God the Fox?
Oh god. Like, you want to know something about that? It's
Go on.
meant to be a pun because kami means paper in Japanese. It's just different kanji. But there's
Fair
also
enough.
but there's also kami as in god. So it's
Yeah.
supposed to be a double entendre. She has connections directly.
Indeed.
Spoilers. I almost spoiled my own show right here on a stream that is public.
That's a good point. We have people in chat as well now because we're back on Twitch.
Unlike
So
Aiden, I'm not going to spoil my own show.
yeah, that's yeah, good call. All right.
Anyway, you had some questions about Ulsif's marital status?
Well, I mean, I did, but then you answered them right before the stream ended.
Alright, but there's a little bit of nuance there, and I'm not going to tell you about about the other thing you were curious about.
Oh yeah, the whole divorce settlement thing, that was just me, that's me riffing. I mean, then again, chances are, because I just tend to predict stuff when I riff like that, it turns out it comes true. There's a huge chance that's the actual plot, but I'm fine. I'm perfectly willing to find out when the time comes.
Like, I can actually tell you, it has little bearing on the plot.
I mean, yeah, up to you. I'm fine either way.
Ulsif and Ulsif's wife, Lucy, are actually divorced.
Yes.
However, she did leave a good number of things at the house that she will be coming to pick up in a later episode.
There we go. Yeah, that was somewhat similar to a divorce settlement.
Like,
Okay.
her and Ulrich just don't have the best relationship parental wise, so he really doesn't care that much.
Well, he cares enough to take a vase down for us, so that's
Yeah.
something. All right. Okay, so Aphmau then. Let's go. Let's have Aaron make up his mind and see if he actually talks to Jenny like a person. All right, let's go. Without further ado.
Please, God, talk to Jenny like a human person.
Also, I got blueberry sticks and ran out of cashews.
Blueberry what?
Just blueberries normally.
Oh god, where is he now?
He's
There's a
not
lot of
sequence.
there's lots of pretty flowers in this dream sequence.
But there tend to be, you know, in animation especially. Is she gonna turn around and have no face or something?
What is she doing here?
Aaron!
Huh? Who is...
Why are their backs turned?
Oh, gee, I wonder who it is. It's such a mystery who that character could possibly be. Even at a distance, you know it's her.
What are you doing, Aaron?
Jesus.
Don't you want to be with me?
I like that. I like that sound effect right there, though. It makes the action feel a little bit more snappy.
Yeah, if only Gotcha Teleportation had that with it. And she's gone, okay.
Not sure. Maybe? How could I even...
You mean yes? That's a yes, right?
No, it means...
I can't.
Well, you said yes already, so even if your mind was tricking to think you... Then that is what happened.
Believe we're a couple!
That's not what I said!
But you said yes. You gave me your word.
Yeah, but...
You two are dating?
No... Yes!
Good grief. Everyone just teleports in Aaron's dreams.
See? He said it!
No! I didn't mean to!
Oh. You told me you...
Oh my word. What did I say about the no face? And about riffing and having stuff come true? It just keeps going. Just keeps happening. Alright, fine.
wanted more. I guess those were all lies. You're used goods now.
Oh wow, a MyStreet character with terrifying red eyes. I've never seen that before. Ghosty, I was right. She had no face for a second. I predicted it again.
Oh no! It is the Slender disease. We need to take her out.
It's okay, Aaron. You didn't love her anyway.
Don't you wish your girlfriend was me? What the heck is wrong with you, Aaron? Aphmau and Jenny? Why not Diana? Jeez, what were you thinking?
It was just... Please, just let this whole thing be over. I just want to be able to live.
Okay, I mean, of all the things that he could play about not being able to live, discussing, you know, a relationship with someone wouldn't be on the top of my list, I don't think. Of all the things that Aaron could complain about being restricted in, the one thing that he had agency over? Really? Alright. Anyways, Kitty got his best back with KFC. Fair enough.
Remember, a girlfriend isn't a girlfriend unless you return their feelings. If you play this role, you're just going to be someone's toy.
Actual good advice.
Yeah.
You're the only adult man in his life who is actually willing to give him that.
Absolutely. Yeah, exactly.
It's the last time you spoke to the girl in the picture about love.
When was the last time you spoke to the girl in the picture?
I don't know.
About
What am I
love.
even doing?
Just about anything. They haven't. I don't think these two have spoken at all since that one time that Terra found him in Aphmau's room.
Actually, you have a point there.
Yeah, they kind of share the spotlight, but they share it separately in this one.
I just want to feel normal. The
Oh,
way I
he
did
has it in
back
a
then.
box under his bed. Smart.
Yeah, because, I mean, is it smart though? Because if I was looking for something if I was a store, I would look in a box first.
But do I even
Yeah,
know
I
how to
would,
be...
you know, do like I do with magic spirits and press them between the pages of a book.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, like I said in the script, they're not going to fall out, are they?
Well, it depends on how rough you close that book, if you know what I mean.
I'm just destroying JG Crafter's creation here. I'm sorry, Josiah.
Wait,
I will finish
Josiah
that
has
book,
a
I promise.
Josiah
Yeah.
has a book? Say you must send it to me on Amazon later. Ooh,
There you go.
I'm going to consume that content. Give me one time.
I've been doing this for the past, like, several streams.
Meanwhile, I'm just headbanging like a maniac. And I usually have no reaction to the intro.
Please, just let everything be the same. Please.
If you want everything to be the same, you have to tell her you want everything the same. You fool.
Or tell her
Hey,
you're not.
Snoopy.
What? Did I miss something between this episode and the last episode?
So Jenny finally confessed her feelings to Aaron and asked him out, and Aaron, in a blind panic, said yes. That
And
wasn't last episode. That
now-
was one before that.
Like, you just asked him out. Quit it with the nicknames.
That was like her first reaction as well, just being like, "Wow, we're dating. I got to think of names."
Kins.
Darn it!
Snoopykins.
Exactly, Snoopykins. Why not Snickerdoodle? Come on, get it together, Jenny.
Really?
Okay, look, I'm working on it. Mind if we sit next to you? Of course
That's like the first time she's asked him that question, actually.
you don't.
Oh god. You know, maybe Jenny is a bit more yandere than we gave her credit for.
Yeah, Jenny is just, Oh, okay, now he's being sandwiched between her friends.
Sandwiched between the two yanderes as well. Which we now know. Oh, by the way, also, did everything Karma's gonna be a favorite character from what I saw during Script Doctor? Bear in mind, she probably won't sound like she did. That might have just been a me thing, but
Yeah, that was definitely a you thing. Like, when I originally... When I wrote Kami, I was thinking something more like a cross between the annoyance of Navi with, like, the subtle girlishness of Pinkie Pie.
okay. I know I know one of those. Again, I will. You know what? I think I said before, but I'm pretty sure I said after 5 years later. So I just do a whole series on My Little Pony, just from a complete beginner to full-on expert. I don't know.
That was rude.
Wait,
Now she's
you told
feeling
Kathy and Betty?
now she's feeling left out of the girl pile.
Uh-huh. Betty won't mind.
Yep.
Also, Aaron, you should be surprised at this. Jenny literally said she wasn't going to tell anyone except Kathy and Betty.
I told you I was gonna.
Exactly.
But I asked you to keep this a secret!
Yes, and then afterwards she immediately said, I'm not going to tell anyone except for Kathy and Betty, implying she was already under the impression they were above the whole thing.
She's
Ah,
allowed to
whatever.
tell us whatever she wants.
Of course she is. But that was for us to know, and...
What? You aren't proud to be her boyfriend?
Excuse me?
Wow, the most yandere thing she's done so far, and it's not even on her own behalf.
Are you?
Although, I mean, most things she's done verbally, I mean.
Huh?
Like,
Jenny,
what she,
I
I
don't
think,
think you-
I think what she's trying to do tactically is to sabotage the relationship within a social situation.
That's it. Yeah, that's quite possible.
He is.
She's
should
trying to
probably
set up
dump him.
What?
She's trying to set up a situation to where she is the only option.
Or where Aaron slips up and the whole thing with Jenny just immediately becomes a passing fancy.
What got into your bra and stuffed it, Kathy?
Nothing. I
Wow, that is a phrase I never thought I'd hear in my life. Jeez.
just don't think Aaron is
Don't
proud is
worry,
all.
we heard a lot of American isms today.
I guess. Is that a thing people have said, or did Aphmau make that up?
I don't know, but I've heard people say that they were out of gas in reference to them being tired before.
I mean, yeah, fair enough. That makes sense. But also, I was thinking, like, I've heard the phrase, oh, what crawled up you and died and stuff like that. It's like never that specifically. It works. It makes sense. It's just it feels like an Aphmauism.
They just
I
started
think it is
dating,
an
Kathy.
Aphmauism.
Exactly. But he's
Aphmau
still
has a
proud
lot
of
of
me. He said
isms.
yes after all.
I don't think.
Whatever. Look, you guys have any notes or anything for the test today?
I told you to take your own notes.
Do you have any, Aaron?
All right, class. We're going to begin. Please settle down. Take out a sheet of paper and
Oh wow, I feel like Derek just disguised himself for this. My goodness.
number it.
Xavier failed, so now he's just going full on himself.
3.
Like,
Just start.
he just walks up to Aaron and says, "Can I see you after class?"
Yeah. You realize that Betty also has dark blue eyes. Like people's eyes just either change or you just don't register them.
Start with me writing on this chalkboard.
Yeah, like
Probably some
Aphmau
good
is no
things on-
stranger to eye colors changing.
Can we just acknowledge the ad-lib that's going on here? Oh, it's like starting with me writing on this chalkboard.
But it just trails off in absolute nonsense.
Yeah. I just love leaving those in. Honestly, a lot of it's become a double-edged sword because in like season 1 of the Mutant Girl, there were like a lot of ad-libs that just got left in like that. And then they became like the quotable things that people would say. And when the remix came along, they're not in the original script, so they don't get replicated for that reason.
That's when
Jenny,
you write the script around the original things.
Yeah.
I wish you hadn't have told Betty and
Yeah, I just forget. I could easily do that, but just forget to do so.
Kathy about us.
Oh, but I mean, they were going to find out anyway. There might be FFs.
Still,
Get a room, you lovebirds.
They're just talking.
Oh, stop it.
it's not like that.
Then what's it like?
Why are you so pushy?
Again,
She's like
trying
that sometimes.
she's trying to force Aaron to slip up, so she's being hostile. She
You'll
thinks
get
she's
used to
entitled.
her.
She thinks she's entitled to Aaron's attention, so she's lashing out.
I don't know if she feels entitled to Aaron's attention, but she's gonna make herself entitled to it.
You see more off than usual, Kathy. Is everything okay?
I'm fine.
That's
Oh
something
wait,
I...
that's another good thing because because all of her plans so far have involved people trying to divert people away from Aaron, and that's backfired. So of course she's now, because the plan is failing, she's beginning to slip up a bit. So maybe this is more to do with it. This is less calculated than usual, just more an impulse.
Just got a lot going on.
Soccer?
Somewhat, but just other things.
How is soccer going, by the way?
It's acting more like a tsundere than a yandere. See, she doesn't even know what kind of dere she is anymore. That's how off her game she is.
You run those
Like,
replays all on your
Jacob-
own.
Yeah.
A good character is one you can't boil down to a dairy because there's no archetype you can fit them into.
That might be why I get annoyed at a lot of tsunderes and yanderes, because there's nothing else to them. Fair enough.
It's
They're
been
just
getting better.
shallow archetypes.
One of the new
with
recruits has
no-
been helping me organize, but
Like that's
She
why I
gets
get
dis-
That's why I get annoyed when people ask what dairy Ulrich is. He is not. I
Have they-
made him a multifaceted character for a damn reason. I'm not gonna fit into an archetypical box.
I remember there's a playwright over here called David Hare, who had the same thing happen. He one time one of his actors asked him something like, "Oh, but I can't really build down what's going on with this character. Am I an angry character? Am I a happy character? What is going on?" It's like, well, you're a character. You have all of these different moments. So yeah, absolutely. That's that it's a thing in everywhere.
distracted pretty easily for some reason.
But yeah, have people actually really asked you like what type of dairy Ulrich is? Like, how many times has that happened?
Like it's only happened twice.
Oh, okay. I mean, even then, it's still, as Doofenshmirtz would say, it's weird that it happened twice.
Every now and then.
Like
Like something.
Usually, when I'm writing, I write with a group of friends so I can bump ideas off of them.
Ah,
And someone's like paused the conversation to ask me, you know, what dairy is Ulrich?
as if that also implies that every character ever has to be a dere for that. Like, no, no, that's not how that works.
Things on our mind.
Then again, I would love to see like a lesson in character archetypes somewhere, like in a school, that talks about not necessarily like, like the hero, the villain, or something. Like, okay, class, forget that. We're learning about the tsundere, the yandere, the kudere. I don't know, whatever.
Kinda sounds like a pain.
There is a
Yeah.
background character like that, a Naga named Kathy who's in a band. She walks up to Ulrich in Monster Compendium. Is it a gotcha series? Well, an in progress gotcha series.
Okay, so yes, it's aiming to be one. Which
Like
again is why I'm very excited about how the fox being folded from a piece of paper is going to come to life.
Oh, trust me, I hand animated that. Or a scene of
There we
it.
go.
You know how I do art?
I do know that, yes. I'm very aware.
Basically, I looked up online how to fold an origami fox. And then I just had a piece of paper float up and then fold itself. I try to make it as accurate as I could.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can only get so accurate. Fun fact, Kami herself doesn't have much animation. She's rather still, even compared to a gotcha character. You know, in reference to her being paper and not live.
Fair enough. Oh, wait, that's going to be... That'd be funny if she's just like, oh no, Ulrich is down. Quick, I'll save you. She'll reform later, of course. But, for the time being, it's just like, it's just... Anyway.
Oh, right. It's the laugh.
Aphmau? Geez, I haven't seen her in a long time.
She's kind of been out of it a bit. She gets this snappy attitude every once in a while, then seems very sad, then very happy. It's weird.
Well, again, multifaceted character, but fine, yes.
She's been helping me, and that's okay, I guess.
Multifaceted character. She could also, be going through something. You have no idea. Shove your opinions right up your...
I mean, Kathy does have an idea.
Did hang out with her again. I liked her.
No! I mean, I don't think she has time these days, since she's so busy with soccer and stuff.
I mean, if you want to call her busy with soccer,
But Kathy is also there because...
then sure. Go for it. I just think she's lazy.
Wow, okay.
Shoot! If I don't lead to free play now, I'm gonna be late.
Again, Kathy's really going off the deep end, in terms of her actual discontent here. She's just unraveling a piece of origami paper. Speaking of.
Yeah, she is just straight up white. She is a white sheet of paper.
I mean, what? Yeah, I was gonna say she could also have been like light brown or something if the book is hugely coffee stained or something, or super old. Okay. She's just covered in dust the first time we see her. Okay. Continuing.
See you guys later. Aaron.
So, Aaron, wanna go to the cafe for lunch?
Sorry, I can't. I have class. I'll see ya.
You have class during lunch?
I was just thinking that. Yeah.
School is important. Don't worry, Jenny. I'll go to the cafe with you.
And there's Woof, as if nothing has happened.
I wonder if I should do my hair in a ponytail today. Let me see if I can.
Let me see translation. Let me see if my husband has managed to code that into the game yet. Oh my. Okay. I thought that the soaring sound was meant to be Aphmau like soaring into her hair. Like that was
Like, there, if you listen closely, there is faint wood scraping sounds.
Yeah. It's like wow. I mean, you know. I mean, there's bed hair, and then there's a literal bedpost for hair.
And done! I think I did a pretty good job.
Oh, so it actually is programmed in. Okay.
Huh?
Brilliant. Another letter. I don't remember there being another letter. It's probably like really haphazardly drawn in because Kathy is just going in emergency mode. She didn't even find all of the letters in the magazine. She just went like, "Stay away, him."
Stay away him. God, that's even worse than also fit the book.
Yeah, no, just like I what run you, and then written underneath, I couldn't find an A.
Another one?
I'm gonna be teaching me some more magic.
Wait, she learns
hey,
magic?
Oh yeah, because of last episode, she thought that she summoned Wolf back in from you know its little adventure. So yeah.
After your football thing?
Football. And yes. Yes, I'm going.
Football.
See you, Tara.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just waiting for Aphmau to get shanked at soccer practice.
Yeah, by the captain probably. What's that about? She seems like she was like, oh, okay. See, it's just one word again, like I thought.
Seriously? This is still continuing?
And Aiden said it was gonna fizzle out.
Aph! You okay? Just wanted to know.
So, I read your mail.
I'm fine, Tara.
breathed heavily
I'm just
on your letter before reading it. You
Yeah,
might want to
'cause it was-
wear gloves next time you pick it up.
Yeah, no, it's just like, hey, it's like, hey, Tara, did you read the letter? Like, no. Oh, really? Is that the case? Okay, then why does this envelope smell like the coffee you drink?
I'll be late if I
Like-
don't leave now.
It was a really interesting camera angle and everything. You know, I thought she was gonna walk over, just casually pick up the mail and read it, but no, she was like.
She
You-
panics more than Aphmau
You
did.
sure?
Yep.
Alright. Go for it. I hate when she does this. She just brushes things aside and doesn't stick up for herself. But what am I gonna do? I've already spoken to her about this multiple times, and she just kept getting sad. I cannot force someone to change overnight. That's not what a good friend does. A
But you
good
can
friend
at
tries to
least,
steer
you
someone
know,
in the right direction.
Bring it.
In a way.
Like, you could bring it up to her and be concerned without, you know, forcing your agenda onto someone.
Yes.
It's comfortable for both parties involved. I just need to keep trying. At least she's taking this in a good way and not letting her become a toxic, negative person. But
I mean, I don't know if to say I would call it. They're taking it in a good way, but not a horrible way either. I
I
don't know.
worry so much.
I mean, my Wolf is saying that whole thing. And it's like, if you're not gonna say anything, I will. I'm gonna throw hands like I haven't moved my hands.
Caitlin, I'm going to need to meet your dad someday.
Oh,
Ha! No, you're not.
hey, look, it's Aph.
Don't change the
Hey,
subject.
look, it's a convenient distraction.
One of my favorite Sword Art Online
abridged lines of all time is the one where where somebody says to like, oh, I think it was Clyde or something about Kirito and Asuna just like getting married and stuff, and then he doesn't want to talk about it. So then as soon as like this army comes in, he's like, hey, look, literally anything else. Let's talk about that. I think I tried to quote that in the Music Girl one time. It didn't really work out.
Oh, it is her! Hey, guys.
Oh, sweetie. I was afraid you would become a hermit.
I mean, you keep bringing me coffee, so...
But I'm...
So you know for a fact that I'm a hermit now. Great.
She's been
Kinda
doing
hot.
soccer free play lately.
Kinda hard to be a hermit when you're drinking coffee. Especially if it's coffee delivered by a beautiful lady.
I mean, I feel like Aphmau's days of hitting on girls are over after Caitlyn.
And you didn't tell me?
I thought you knew.
I just came here to pick up coffee, and...
Wow. Again, the things that you think aren't still going on, they are still going on. Gotta give this show that. Luca, aka Coffee Mum. Could we just... Again, the best parents in the whole of Falcon Core University are an obsessive college student who has a caffeine addiction and an old man. Like, the standard in this series.
I mean,
Say it.
I like coffee.
Louder.
To be perfectly honest, I can't even fault Luca here because if I were in the situation, I would do the exact same thing. That is about how I treat my friends, both in real life and online.
I like coffee! There, Mom!
I knew it.
Wow, way to go.
I'm gonna be late if I don't order now.
On it. Oh, Jerry, please get little Aph here her usual.
Come right up!
Wait.
I just realized that if Aph has a usual here, that means that Luca always gets the same order, but she always says that it's for Aphmau. So it's happened so many times that Aphmau's usual is whatever Luca orders for her already, and people just know that.
How did you know that?
I have my ways. Now,
You just said that you just want to bring you the coffee. Okay,
Aph, I need to talk to you about something. The whole hussy thing going around about you. I'm glad to see you're doing much better.
Okay, I really think that she is leading into the mum, like, intense. Like, you can even hear the inflection. She is going into mum mode a lot more. Again, the flatulation of Luca that goes on from, the first time she introduced to now, clearly something has been settled on here.
Like,
Just realized that
is
Bert's my
she
favorite.
supportive friend or group mom? Group mom. Lean into that angle. Lean into it harder. Lean into it.
Yeah. Is she that does she just like coffee? Like, oh yeah, she enjoys a cup of coffee every now and then. No, coffee is her entire existence.
Like,
Thanks.
there's never been a stream where I haven't been drinking Coke.
Mm-hmm. Well, I always drink milk for 5 years later.
Like, because
I
that's
think
because I have an actual caffeine addiction.
Well, I can say this. You haven't tried to force the ways of Coke on any of us, so you're dealing with it way better than Luca
It's
is.
important you talk your feelings out with someone. It doesn't have to be us, but
You know,
you
like
tend
your
to close
roommate.
True, yeah, who is also concerned about you.
off about things and just ignore them. That can't be healthy in the long run.
This isn't something I need to talk about, Luca. It's just, something I want to forget.
But
Granted, this is a thing that Aiden does bring up, and this is where what Aiden's been saying the whole time does actually come into effect. The fact that she decided at this point to just let it pass. Again, that can happen sometimes, but yeah,
It doesn't
it's
look like
not a
it's
guarantee.
Aphmau, it doesn't look like the harassment is slowing down. You might need to pick up the pace, hun bun.
Luca, I think that's enough. But hey, why don't you tell her?
Oh yeah, just realized. Yeah, both characters, Ghost Kitty's favorites are pink hair, and they're both obsessed with something. I mean, I don't know if that says something about you necessarily. It says it's something about Aphmau's character writing process, maybe.
About your great idea.
Caitlin, So, we were thinking about going to the beach sometime.
Really?
Beach
Wait,
episode?
there's a beach nearby?
episode!
There's a beach nearby? Excuse me?
I mean, I don't think we ever actually see it. I don't think we did have a beach episode. I don't remember one anyway. But
Even
still,
then,
beach episode.
what? A beach being nearby would have been a good thing to. Never mind.
That would have been really good for the setting, yes.
Yep! Super excited about it too. Of course, it's not 100% yet, but we've been looking for ways and reasons to go.
We just need a volleyball. That's a good enough reason to go.
Speaking of
For you, Kayla, it's a good reason for you to
which,
go.
I gotta get going or I'm really gonna be late. See you guys. And
Pick
we'll
up
talk
your
about the
coffee.
beach sometime.
Oh, there we go. She does pick it up. Fine. Again, I'm noticing people picking stuff up today. Apparently.
Like, I just wanted to,
Caitlin.
you're noticing people picking stuff up. That, and I think it's really weird and cute for Ulrich to just, do something unexpected every once in a while.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I don't know if it was like unexpected at the moment because again, we have, at that point people only just seen his character, but yeah, it's wholesome still.
I don't think that you should just brush off those issues she's having.
I have to disagree with you, Luca. She doesn't want to talk about him, and she's doing fine.
You're
She's
being
not
a
hurting
terrible
anyone.
friend.
Yeah, I don't know about the doing fine part, Kaylin.
If she says she has a way to cope, then let her cope.
But she has
No.
problems and needs to.
Babe, please, we're not her. Everyone handles
pause.
things.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say this. Luca is right. Luca is the one in the right here. Caitlin, you should be a little more concerned for your friend who apparently shut herself up in her room for a while and didn't leave.
Yeah.
You're being a horrible friend and not noticing that Aphmau, one of your good friends, is clearly having a problem. And you're doing nothing about it. Shame. Shame.
You know something. I recently started watching a video by Write It Out. I didn't finish it at the end because I closed the tab and then I forgot to continue it. But it started talking about the journey of Aaron's character throughout, and he mentioned the other character that he seemed to think had declined across the time of MyStreet, particularly focusing on Falcon University, was Caitlin. It might be for this reason. Yeah. That being said, I've been I've been where Caitlin is now, thinking about about letting things unfold, but only after I've attempted to help somebody, particularly if stuff's happening online and people are trying to they're being very vague about what's happening to them and they just don't seem to want to open up. And obviously it's very hard to get someone to actually say anything in a post if you're they don't reply to you at all.
Yeah, but this isn't the internet. This is real life. Caitlin, what are you doing?
Yeah, that is the difference here. But it is also always weird. It's also a weird line to tread as a friend trying to actually think about like how you can interfere without being detrimental, but at the same time not doing nothing. So it's about not trying to overstep necessarily, like Luca may be doing, bring it up every time that she sees Aphmau, but also not just completely taking a backseat like Caitlin.
It's nice to have like a good mix of both. Like to maybe step away when you've exhausted all of the possibilities of help that you can provide.
Yeah, that is still one of my favorite things in storytelling, when you actually have two characters at two different extremes. That that just they need to actually sort these out and come together in some sort of way that will then allow them to move forward. Because
However,
chances are the audience is going to be on one of those two sides, and the balance in between is where they're not always going to end up there unless they're presented with the alternative.
however, this is dumb. Caitlin, you should know better.
All right, yeah. In this instance, the balance definitely tips way more towards Luca.
There is no balance. It's just Luca here.
Yeah, when I say balance, I mean like the scale, but yeah.
We can give her all the advice we can offer, but at the end of the day, it's up to her to use it.
I just can't believe in that, Caitlin.
Well, that's why you have a good heart.
Oh, shush. Everyone does, not just me.
I know about that. Can we cut to Xavier, please, or Derek? Like one of those two. Or Garth. Okay, fine.
I'm
whatever,
so
sure.
sorry.
Garth? Ow! That was hot!
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. My skin is hot. Ugh.
I am so sorry. Look, I'll pull the rest of.
I feel like if this was earlier, Gareth, he would have had like a much bigger reaction to Aphmau saying, "My skin is hot."
Me too. There, see, we're even.
Okay, never mind. He's got a different reaction. Fine, sure.
You in a rush somewhere?
I like the
A bit.
Garth in this season.
Hmm.
He's not completely himbo. He still has enough, brain behind those eyes to be able to function.
And he's also not obsessing with Aphmau to the point of not giving her any agency of her own, but still does have those feelings. He just knows how to, cope with it way more than his future self in season 1, which is going to be weird, but okay.
Well,
Listen, that's one
Have you
more
been,
for the
Garth?
continuity marker when we eventually do that drinking game again.
Oh yeah, great.
I've been fine. How about you?
Get ready for some more
I've been doing
drinking.
okay. Been playing
Absolutely. Get ready for another most popular video on your channel.
soccer more.
Good.
Oh, don't
that's
worry.
good.
I think there's a video for second top contender right now, and it's actually a semi-recent upload.
Good.
Yeah. Do you go out these days?
Sometimes, yeah. I seriously have to go. Can we catch up later, Garth?
Yeah, sure. I'll text you sometime.
See ya!
I think I want to ask her out on a date sometime.
We noticed.
What? Pause. Can we
Yes.
pause for a second?
Go on.
Garth didn't need to establish that motivation. Why did you state that motivation out loud, even though it's obvious?
Exactly. Yeah. Were you there when I did the Unbounded episode 2 review?
No. Sorry to say.
Oh, because there was a section in there that was just that where there was a battle going on, and one of the characters was like in their head, just going through a list of stuff like what their feelings, their tactics that they're about to employ, like in a split second afterwards. So what I just did was I then like rewound the video and just replayed the same scene on silent mode. And people all seem to agree, it works.
It's better without the, Peppa Pig narrator.
Less is more, yeah, definitely. Less is definitely more with Peppa Pig, absolutely. Why does the coffee color look like blood? I don't know.
Foreshadowing. Except it's... Yeah,
Well,
see?
I mean, I was going to say, that is roughly where she does get the, the actual Aphmau ray, let's just say.
Look at that. Foreshadowing in Aphmau. Do thine eyes deceive thou? Is this
Yeah.
foreshadowing?
Yeah. Which also, by the way, former goalkeeper here. What was the goalie doing there? Just being like on the opposite, like on the extreme side, but then Aphmau was shooting from the directly from the middle. So why was the goalie to the left leaning in? Like,
Let me
in
catch
terms of the
the
start
ball.
position,
Oh.
no idea. Should have been in the middle. Anyway. Oh, I thought it was going to be that Aphmau just seen him and that's why he was going forwards, but no, he's behind. He's over there.
Yo, dude. Pass me the ball. Dude.
Everything.
Wow, just... I mean, again, doesn't have to space out just looking at the ball. Can go back to fantasizing later.
Okay.
Or being horrified at seeing one of your close friends, of course, that works too. Yes, yes, why not? Why not?
It's like, I think he's horrified because he didn't expect to see her here.
I mean, he was just staring at the field a second ago. Is she so small that you can't see her from far away?
Hello? Whatever, I'll just take it.
Nice
Thanks.
music choice, Aphmau.
Why is she just staring at me?
Because you're doing the same thing.
Does she not want to talk?
If I approach him and everyone sees, they'll keep calling me. No, they don't matter. I should talk to him.
I can have male friends. I am allowed male friends. Solid message.
She's coming here.
Like, I can say, as a girl out of the closet who had a lot of male friends in high school, the struggle is actually real here.
I see. Okay.
Believe it or not, people don't think you can just be platonic friends with boys, especially, back then.
Believe it or not, there are so many stories as to why Raina and Julius's friendship goes the way that it does. And honestly, one of the stories was actually when I was goes all the way back to kindergarten, physically enough. When I was in kindergarten, my best friend was female, and people asked me all the time if I was in love with her, and I would say no. And then it turns out, yeah, my best friend in like sixth form, like a good decade later, still the same question. Even if one of us was obviously dating another person at the time. Mainly her, because her love life was just like all over the place. That was like a running gag between us. But yeah, still. Either way, one of us would usually date another person, like the rooms would calm down for a bit, and then afterwards it's like, oh, yeah, just gonna go straight back up again until people acknowledge the fact that we were just basically like, the platonic goals and stuff. But by that point, people had matured enough, and it wasn't the same crowd because it was a different country. But yeah, back in kindergarten, no. Yeah, so that was part of what Raina and Jules were supposed to represent, but then also season 2 was, again, me venting about the fact that a lot of my other female friends just leave me out of group activities because I was not female. So, yes. The struggle is real.
Hey,
Hey,
how you been?
good. You have a coffee stain on your shirt.
Oh, yeah. I got it on the way here.
Looks good on you.
What?
I mean, that's not what you say. You should take off the shirt and...
Excuse me?
You know what I mean.
You should take off the shirt.
Can I just say, Zane got smacked for saying something very similar. Remember that episode?
That's the difference between Zane and Aaron. Zane is not handsome.
Well, okay. I should also say that Zane's thing was literally him going like, "Take off your clothes," like in that voice. It's like, of course, but. And then he explains himself, but only too late, because of course it was season 1.
It's an
Staring problems talking
to
people?
Yeah.
It's funny. You usually never have that around me. Everything okay?
No, just a lot on my mind.
What? Excuse me, pause frame.
Yeah.
That boy walking, but also standing oh so still in the background.
Oh, there's like tons of those. Some of them are just like suspended in midair forever. Like the extras in this series are probably some of my favorites.
It's wonderful to
Next to Phoenix Drop High Season
see
2.
you again. It feels like it's been forever.
But it's
Same.
just,
I've just been.
if you have a
going
character walking, just have someone walking past. Meanwhile, if someone is like sitting and reading a book and not looking at the at the main characters, just have
Venue's an
them be
NPC.
still NPCs.
Good idea.
a
Yes.
lot.
And what's with you and hang out under trees? People hang out under trees. That's a thing people do. You know, get a bit of shade.
Like?
Actually, shade
Nothing.
in this instance can be used as a literary metaphor.
Okay.
Are you curious what the metaphor is for?
I would love to know what the
I'm
metaphor is
I
for.
was waiting for you to ask.
Yeah. I'm used to when you pause sometimes, just letting you like load for a second. But yeah, okay, go ahead. Pray tell, Ghosty, what is the metaphor?
You know, it's a metaphor for shading, as in keeping secrets.
Fair enough. I feel like I feel like modern slang has poisoned my look about shading and the use of that term. So fair enough.
Listen,
We can talk about it another.
Modern slang has nothing on me. After all, I did say in my own script that someone, referred to being tired as out of gas.
I mean, yeah. Again, I'm sure that's. I'm sure that's a thing. I'm sure that's a thing. Look, if what caught up your bra and stuffed it can be a phrase, that out of gas can
Another
be.
time. Hey. Want to do a dungeon tonight in game or?
Okay, for a second I thought it was going to be Jenny or Kathy asking that question, but then I was like, oh wait, no, that doesn't make sense.
F, it was great catching up with you, but can we do it another time? I gotta go talk to someone.
Absolutely. You know
I gotta go talk to my girlfriend.
always open to talk. I'm really sorry about last time.
It's okay. I've gotta go. See ya.
I love how Xavier just not been here the whole episode. Like, what has he been doing this whole time?
I don't know. He's probably just like somewhere in the distance eating a tuna sandwich.
Further proof that Xavier is just horrible at his job.
Listen, we have a lot of proof. Wait, look at her shoes.
Oh wow, okay. That is just a Minecraft skeleton. Okay.
No, why is there a green? Why is there a Minecraft skeleton in her shoes?
Just put together and it's like, well, hello again, friend. I'm a skeleton returning from the dead, determined to be relevant again. Anyway. We're in the shade, but we're not throwing shade. Wait. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying before about, modern lingo poisoning my outlook on what shading is.
Listen, every time I think of shading, I can't help but to think of like elements of literary analysis. Like that has any bearing on the conversation whatsoever.
Yeah.
I headbanged too hard to give myself headache.
Alright, there we go. So, that was Aaron Make Up Your Mind. Did he make up his mind?
No!
No! No, he didn't! Why was it called Aaron Make Up Your Mind? He doesn't even do it!
Like, maybe if this was like a relationship nightmare, instead of Aaron Make Up Your Mind, I would have like at least passed it. Like, yeah, that title is relevant to the episode.
Wow, I haven't seen such an irrelevant title since Heifer finished up High Season 2. I mean, come on. The time that the guys actually said make up your mind was a flashback to a previous episode. Why not call that one make up your mind if it's relevant to do so? Geez, what were they thinking? Alright. Also realized that Kathy was in a lot of green Disney movies. They use green for a lot of Disney villains. I guess. Alright, fair.
Like, you have a point. Her second most predominant color is also red. And red can, symbolize danger. It can also symbolize... Yeah. It can also, symbolize passion, romance, but mostly danger, because red is on stop signs.
Yeah. I think, actually, when I was playing, that Harry Potter card game with my mum, where there was the question about, like, what color is, like, the stream that comes out of, like, Voldemort's wand or something. And...
Red.
It was green, actually. And then she complained, oh, why is it green? It should be a bad color. It should be a baddie color. It's like, green can be bad because sometimes that's though.
Like red or purple.
Which are, of course, the two colors most associated with our main characters, so of course they're not going to be the baddie colors in this case. Which I guess means that must be why we land on green for Emerald Secret and stuff. Well, obviously emeralds, but, emeralds could be any color, technically speaking. Whatever.
Yeah, like lab-grown emeralds can be purple.
Okay, so what else about this episode? The title, again, doesn't work. The dream sequence itself, though, was way better than the other ones because we actually have clues that there's a dream sequence, and it does not, the world's most lucid dreamer of all time, Jenny, pulling the reins.
I liked how snappy the action was in the dream sequence. It actually kind of...
Yeah, it was a literal snap as well.
It was unnerving. It had a jump scare in it. Aphmau, I'm so proud of you. But I'm not going to be proud of you in... when did this come out?
2018. Well, 5 years ago.
Well, I'm not going to be proud... I'm proud of her now, but I'm not going to be proud of her in 5 years' time.
Okay, there you go, Aphmau. Your effects from 5 years ago have aged. Who would have guessed?
Well, at least it's not as bad as J.K. Rowling's effect on me.
I was talking about visual effects, not necessarily, emotional. But yes, that has aged worse. Which is why, incidentally, if people remember that I mentioned that I was like as an offhand joke about the fact that I could do a Harry Potter fan fiction that was like, of like there's like Harry, but if Harry was a trans female, specifically because of that. And then Maya, of course, got so excited. So it's like, oh, okay, this is a good thing that Maya's actually going to read this time because I'm going to actually get Maya to read a fanfic that I've written. So yeah, 5 pages later, and I've got the first chapter done. So that's going to be a thing that happens now. So there you go. Again,
finally get her to read.
Yes. You see, I make offhand comments and they come true. That's just the eternal thing that I just keep mentioning. So yeah. All right, but I got to just like psych myself out to do that. It's like, oh wow, what's gonna be next? Me getting 4,000 watch hours, before February. I just have to say something like that, and then it will, I'll will it into existence. Okie dokie. Okay, other stuff in the episode. Luca descending into more fanrise, like we said before. Caitlin descending into whatever the heck is going on with her. Jenny descending into yandere-isms. Kathy descending into tsundere-isms somewhat. But to be honest, actually, because I haven't done this yet today, I think Kathy is gonna get my my Levi drink for today not because of what she does or by successful or anything, but just because you can tell all the subtle clues about the change in her actual mannerisms and stuff, and you know, her much more outward approach and just directly there. So yeah, Kathy, there you go.
Woo!
All right. Again, not that her views reflect our own, because just no, don't be yonder ace people. That's yeah.
Like, also, Jacob, you want to know what video is, secondary to the drinking game in terms of views?
Go on.
The exact one you said might not do well with the algorithm. Running boy dash final dash dot mp4.
Fair enough.
No lie, that is how I sort my finals. For videos, when I'm editing them, I export them as, video contents dash version dot mp4.
Yeah, it makes sense. I just said, you should have called it something else when it was posted onto YouTube. Like edit the title and such. But that was, yeah. Like, as for the actual file name, I'm grateful for that because I still get files from Aiden called Sad Boy or something. It's like, how am I supposed to remember what this is meant for when I come to edit the thing because you sent it in early?
Meanwhile, it's just me over here with what's the last file that I sent you other than my script, which was called a resounding script script concept script dash pilot slash semi polished slash formatted.
All right. You know what? You know what? My next video is just going to be called video. That's it. Or just story. There we go. That's how that's going to go. I know. I'll probably forget next time, but yeah, we'll see. Actually, my next video is going to be Walking Wednesday, so that might not make any sense. Yeah. Whatever. I'll make a video at some point called video and see what happens. Okay, anything else to go over this one? Gareth. Gareth as well. We mentioned about him actually making an improvement from his former self. Yeah, just
and
give
his
some of that to
future self.
Yeah. That's
Honestly,
always the interesting thing about these prequels.
Gareth is at his best in this season.
Yeah. Which is an interesting problem because,
how does he devolve from here?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, the answer that I would be afraid of in that instance is possibly being around Lawrence again, and the fact that they might just exacerbate their own negative and obsessive traits with each other, because they tend to egg each other on a lot during the original. But then again, it was also usually Gareth who went with the more far-fetched plans, and Lawrence was the one reining him in. So, yeah, I have no idea, but it might just be one of those two are together. They're just far worse. Which, of course, is no news that any Aphmau fan wants to hear, especially Lawrence ones. So,
God,
yeah.
Where did he go?
Yeah, exactly. Where did he go?
He just kind of evaporates before the end of the season.
Yeah, if anything, his presence in this could actually made it the whole drama with Aphmau and the whole hussy situation thing there actually even worse. Because it's also interesting that the fact that there's the most rumors about Aphmau getting around and stuff happen in the series where she has by far the least boys interested in her. She has one because Aaron's not really into her that way at this point, or not really pursuing her or anything like that. So it's just Gareth.
It's just Gareth and maybe Aaron.
Yeah, and God doesn't even show up that often.
Dante and Travis the show. They're off doing other shit. I never liked them anyway.
Where have they gone? Well, nobody knows.
Literally, nobody knows. They just kind of evaporated into a fine mist.
Well, I mean, if in the timeline, this is the period when everyone forgot about Travis, so him not being mentioned makes sense. That's for the other two. Yeah, no idea.
Lawrence is just, powder in the galaxy by this point.
Good grief, that's an
You
image.
know, until he inexplicably comes back for a cameo at the end of the series in Her Wish.
I mean, yeah, that's we've been that end of the series. I think when like in season 7 or something, he just happens to come in for the last episode and that's it. Like in the typical like reunion montages that Aphmau does was like a party and we see everyone as the theme song is playing.
Oh, I wish.
No,
However,
I think if we're gonna go back to the actual neighborhood, definitely I wanted more than just that. Like my goodness.
Lawrence appears in NPC form yet again. Why is Lawrence an NPC? He used to be part of the main cast, and then he evaporated into air.
I've never once seen an Aphmau character go back to being an NPC after being voiced.
Except for Lawrence. What did you do with him? Did you take the real Lawrence and stuff him with a closet and replace him with a cardboard cutout or something?
Yeah, who knows? This became a Lawrence discussion after the.
Lawrence would have been great for this season.
Are you kidding me? All the stuff that Lawrence could have done, and you didn't even once consider putting him in the show, but instead you had to focus on all of these characters. You had to have Xavier in there, who contributed nothing so far. It was like 2/3 into the season.
Like, even then, Lawrence, as you pointed out, Lawrence could have contributed with the ongoing drama of Aphmau having a lot of lovers in high school. Meanwhile, with Lawrence, there would have just been more awkward. Even, if he only talks to Aphmau maybe once or twice.
Yeah, I mean, for crying out loud, bring back Kai or someone as well. I mean, mostly because Caitlin's there, but I also think it would be really funny to like, have Kai and Luca have to bounce off each other and see,
Yeah,
what that was all about.
There was a lot of dynamics that could have been brought into this series with Aphmau's already existing characters that just feel, kind of ignored.
Don't get me wrong, I love the new characters. If there's a way to have them all exist together, I mean, why not? I mean, honestly, yeah, just have like 50 Falcon Core University episodes, whatever, doesn't matter. Have multiple years.
Like,
you can do that.
Maybe you should do a Aphmau what if Lawrence was in this season. I feel like that would be very interesting from a writing perspective.
Yeah, maybe. I haven't tried an Aphmau what if in many years. It was interesting because they were. Yeah,
if you do it, I will edit it for you.
Oh, okay. Well, then it's a deal. Then, all right.
Shut up and do it now.
Again, I think the best way to get me to like agree to all these different things is just to like agree
to take on some of the workload.
Well, okay, yes, I was gonna say also like have a laugh about it and be like, oh wow, that'd be great if this happened. It's like, wait a minute, I can just do that. I don't have to be like, oh wow, wouldn't it be great if someone did that? It's like, yes, it would be. Now get on with it, But yeah, fair enough. Remember when Lawrence was just a guard NPC who lived in Metelli? I sort of missed that, but kind of at the same time, because all his personality was just a flirt. Yeah, MyStreet definitely gave him a lot more after that, especially when he had to actually be the middle person compared to Dante and Gareth, because like the other two extremes, he was just sort of like, okay, I have both.
MyStreet gave him a lot more personality, and then he disappeared, never to be seen again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like, oh, did you enjoy that development you had? Yeah, well, guess what? Thanos snap. All right, well, I guess I better start on that then. I think that's all the details for this episode that I was going to go over. So yeah, that's it. So please leave a like or dislike because your opinion matters. And
Wait,
subscribe if you've
one
done
more
so
thing.
already.
One more thing.
And when's the next one?
Yes.
Yeah, well, the next one, I checked that already, actually. The next one is on the 14th.
Also, good. I wanted to state one more thing. I like the foreshadowing with the coffee on Aphmau's chest.
I mean,
It's
yeah.
foreshadowing for like a season that hasn't happened yet. Because that coffee is in a very coincidental spot.
It certainly is, especially after Ghost Kitty mentioned that. Yes. Just as well, Aphmau didn't listen to Aaron and didn't take off the shirt. Okay. All right. Well, that's it for then. In that case, we'll see everyone back on the 14th, episode 21. Same time, same place, 5 years later. And on that note, until next time, farewell.
Farewell.